There's a good one about a young father, relatively young father, who definitely is handling things right when his ex-wife is now trying to come after him to get full custody or some custody of their kid, even though she never got it because of her actions. And this guy is absolutely playing hardball, as he should be in situations like this. That'd be a really good one to cover, guys. Title: Am I the a-hole for going after child support from my ex-wife and her husband, even though I said I would not after they said they wanted input on how I raised my daughter? He says, my ex-wife, Sandy, and I got married young. Too young. Smack! That's what you get. I wasn't done university, and she was fresh out of high school. We were pressured by our families. It's a religious thing. We didn't actually even live together until a year and a half later when I finished my degree. I get you were young, confused, all that, but guess what? No. Don't listen to the family. Do what you want to do. I'm not in great shape. I'm not particularly handsome, although my mom says I am. Well, of course Mama says you are. I also spent a lot of time at work my first 3 years of my career getting a running start. I'm ashamed to say I pretty much neglected Sandy. When we had our daughter, I re-examined my life and made them a priority. Unfortunately, it was a little too late. Well, you had a newborn to take care of and a new wife, and she's way younger than you, and you had to finish up school and all that. That's why you shouldn't have rushed to get married. So you did what you had to do. But okay, you neglected her. There was no ill intent. Unfortunately, Sandy left me. It hurt. It hurt me more when she moved on and left our daughter with me. She said that she was still young and that her family and I had taken years of her youth away, and now it was her turn to enjoy it. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it takes two to tango. Yes, they both engaged, this guy and her, in the act that got her pregnant. Okay, so it's his fault because they were reckless and irresponsible. So was her, but he's the bad guy. Okay, she got pregnant. She took part in that, and she made a choice to get married too. But now she's just abandoning him and the child because she wants to be able to enjoy her life, which means ride the carousel. I felt a lot of guilt over what she said, and for the record, I didn't particularly want to be married either. I said that I didn't want to hold her back, so I would not take any child support. Smack! While on the one hand, yes, that botcha, you can handle things the way you want now because she's not supporting the child. On the other hand, it would have helped out having the money, but it is what it is. We went to court and I got full custody. She got visitation, which she only very, very rarely uses, like 4 times last year. 4 times last year? That doesn't sound like a mom who cares a great deal about her kid. And I feel bad for the poor kid thinking, where's mom? Doesn't mom care about me or anything like that? But then again, him not getting custody, him not getting child support gave him the full custody, I guess. So in a way, maybe that's a blessing. It's been 5 years and my daughter and I are doing fine. I have a great job now and I'm able to work from home. That's great, bro. I take my daughter to school and pick her up every day. And I leave for work in my office when we are together. I have also withdrawn from the church my parents attend. Recently, Sandy's been bugging me about parenting decisions. I told her I would raise my daughter as I saw fit. Hold on. She abandoned him and the daughter, wants nothing to do with her, sees her 4 times a year, and I'm sure even that's like pulling teeth. No child support, none of that, and she's going to tell him how to raise the daughter, how things should be. Yeah, I don't think so. She said that she was her mother and deserved to say, you signed those rights away a long time ago. Her husband chimed in what I was not doing a proper job of parenting, and they were considering going back to court for custody. After all these years and you haven't paid a dime, okay, watch how I'm going to handle this. As soon as he mentioned lawyers, I hung up and called mine. She is a bulldog. She immediately filed for child support, including back child support for the last 5 years. Okay, you want to play hardball, batter up. Fork over the money if you want to have a say in these things and get some custody. I've been hearing from everyone that I'm being cruel going after her for money. Full disclosure, I make close to 5 times their combined income. I don't need their money, but I can use the law to get her to leave us alone. I will. Am I the a-hole? No way, bro. You were a bonehead for getting married so young, but you were young and scared and impressionable. And we can debate back and forth whether it was a good idea to take child support, but if that meant getting her away, then maybe it was a good idea. Well, she's, after all this time, is going to tell you what's what and say she's going to make threats to come after you for child support, for custody. Okay, fine. Then I'm coming after you for child support. End of story. And it doesn't make a difference how much more money you make than them, because that money could have been used to help with a daughter. That money at least could have been used early on when you were obviously not making as much money. That money could be used right now. You can just put it away and let it grow for a college fund or something, whatever, to help out. So if she's going to chime in and tell you what to do and try to go after you for custody, fine. But hopefully this should be enough to scare them away. They'll leave you the hell alone. And if anybody else is giving you a hard time about it, it's none of their freaking business. You're a grown-ass man. You're obviously in your late 20s at this point. You do what you got to do. So you're not the a-hole. Good for you for handling this way. Because you have to be harsh, because that's what people understand, unfortunately. Now, a few comments to wrap this up to show I'm not alone in this. One guy says here, this woman abandons her husband and daughter to go enjoy life, and now wants to give advice on raising your daughter. I don't think your attorney is out of line for filing for child support or back support. You are sending a message loud and clear to back off. Chances are the ex hasn't changed that much and is now feeling the heat of having to explain to others why she doesn't share custody with her daughter. I think going in hard like you did was a good move. Keep with the quarterly visits is good for now, or until your ex proves she's not going to abandon your daughter again. That kind of rejection lasts a lifetime. Every little one needs to know they're worth fighting for, so keep fighting for her. Yeah, exactly. I bet you people are questioning her, and she's only doing this because it makes her look bad having a daughter but never ever seeing her and all that. Guaranteed. Another one. Not the a-hole. It's easy to want to dictate things when you don't contribute a dime or time. They want to play, they need to pay. Also, the money is not for you, it is for your daughter. Put it in a college fund or investment account for her. As for the people with any criticism, tell them you welcome them to help X pay for raising your daughter. If not, they can butt out of your parenting. Exactly. Everybody wants to chime in and tell people how to live their lives when the person isn't even asking for it. You know, I comment on everything because people write in stories asking my opinion, or post stories online seeking advice or counsel. So I chime in my opinion on things. But I'm not going to offer my opinion on someone who doesn't ask for it. You know, and these people are just chiming him, telling him how to live his life, and he's wrong and all that. F them. Another one. Not the a-hole. It amazes me how no one realizes that rights and responsibilities go hand in hand. You can't go one without the other. Doesn't matter how much more or less you guys comparatively earn. If a person wants to enforce their rights, they should be prepared to fulfill their responsibilities as well. Your lawyer seems like a nice person, reminding your ex of the basis of modern society. And notice his ex didn't definitely hurried up and got married again, right? And now all of this. And last one, not the a-hole. You should have all that child support. You really have no right to have said you didn't need it. Child support is for the child. Think of all these years you could have taken the child support and put the things that she needed, say for college, etc. Yeah, but the guy is obviously doing quite well, all things considered. It probably would have helped him early on, but on the other hand, he could be free of her meddling and interfering and all that. And only now she's doing it, but he's handling it right. So correcting that mistake is always the right thing to do. So have the bulldog get every cent owed to the child and bank it. Your daughter will thank you in time. Trust me. Yeah, well, this guy's doing just fine without, and if him using this tactic to get her to go away so she can't have custody, it's worth it, because I absolutely 100% believe this guy would rather not get any money from his ex and full custody, full say, everything, than have to then get some money from her and deal with her and the husband and all that BS, and she'll be bringing in BS. So good for him for doing this. You got to play hardball, guys. It's just how it is. People will try to take advantage of you. If you show any weakness, they will come after you. They'll try to squeeze more blood from the stone, if you will. You got to be tough. And if anybody has a problem with him playing hardball, tough freaking crap. Good for you, brother.